I love a bald baddie.
No. I love a bald baddie, but we're also talking about attractive bald baddies.
But I think
what if they look really ugly?
Not
you think God
leaning
into
the baldness is what makes you march. Like let these go.
Let it go.
Let this go.
Let it
just
go.
Embrace it.
No, if you have a weirdly shaped head.
I mean, that's me. That's why I can't be bald. I know there's a divot right here. I did not get enough tummy time as a child.
I do too.
But it's fine.
My mom called me Gustadas.
Wow. Mom's keeping us humble.
I was like, why would you say that to me? She was like, because that's what it is.
Like, I'm the only one who'll ever be honest with you.
She was braiding it.
Oh.
She was braiding my hair when I was little. And she was like, why are you this way? And I'm like, you're literally responsible for this.
Yeah, this was your fault, babes.
But also evolutionarily, I think that might actually be, it's an evolution sign. It's actually pretty like early Homo sapien
evolution. That's
do we believe in that?
Yeah, it looks great.
I think this looks good. Thank you.
I have no opinion on it, actually. I'm ready. I'm sustainable. I brought my own bottle. You're welcome.
Vita Coca, as you can see, I drink this almost every episode. Sponsor me.
Is that the pressed one?
It is the pressed one.
That's the one my mom likes.
I think it's superior.
I haven't tried it. I don't get the coconut water hype.
It's just hydrating, Maya. There's nothing to get. It's not like a secret.
No, it's just like, just drink regular water.
No, electrolytes.
You can put that in regular water.
Why put it in something when you can have a beverage that has it all?
Because
Vita Coca pressed.
How much is this?
What do you mean?
How much is one of
I don't know. I got this for free.
Exactly. It's too expensive.
Yeah. So is buying liquid IV and such.
I don't buy liquid IV.
What do you get? What's your secret?
I think it's called Buoy, but it's like one of those squeeze bottles. I got like 3 of them from that site that I'm no longer shopping on. And you just like one little squeeze in any of your beverages, and you can put electrolytes in anything that you drink because it's tasteless.
Ooh.
Put it in my coffee, put it in my water, put it in my lemonade. Like,
is it also colorless?
Yes.
Tasteless, colorless?
Yeah, put it in my
like
alcohol.
Carbon monoxide?
That was like a life hack that someone taught me, but I've upgraded it. They're like, just put your liquid IV in your clear alcohol drinks.
Yes.
And that way you're like replenishing while losing.
Yeah.
So just take my Buoy and I'm like.
There was only one time where I did that, where I put, I think it was liquid IV into my alcoholic beverage.
Yeah.
It helped a lot.
It does.
Because I needed it that day.
A little flavor kick if you don't like the taste of alcohol.
Yeah. It was like, we essentially used it as a mixer.
Kids chasing it with the powder.
Don't drink alcohol. It's
we're
bad
old.
for you.
It's fine.
We're 80.
Yeah. Also, if we survived Four Loko, regular alcohol can't do anything.
I never had Four Loko.
I always forget you're new. It's fine.
What do you mean I was here? I'm older than you.
You're new. It's okay. You were still learning. It's fine.
I was still learning.
Anywho.
Hi. Hello. Welcome to Are You New? I'm Kalki Jamo, the host of this podcast. And here again today, we have Maya.
Did you miss me, bitches? I'm back.
She's back. My most viral friend.
Honestly, like, we can talk about it in a little bit, but some of you were mad at me.
Some people got very weird.
Some people were very mad. They got a little weird in the comments. It got a little sexist.
Really
they got a little racist.
The men got real tense.
Yeah, but it's fine.
And some of the women, actually.
Girls.
Are you alright?
Why are you, first of all, guys, if you're poor, just say that. Like, it's fine. So am I.
Literally no harm, no foul.
And I want you to understand that, like, the roles can be reversed.
Yes, the roles can be.
There's a lady out there looking to sponsor you too. So
let's give a context.
Instead of being mad, smarter, not harder, like.
Get glad.
It's fine.
Please. The clip we're talking about, Maya was on this podcast previously, not to talk about Tinder.
The show hadn't even started at that point.
The show hadn't started.
Gabbing.
We were chit-chatting as one does. And she just casually, for some reason, mentioned how she's been banned from Tinder. And I was like, okay, well, say more. And she told us just because she put her Venmo on Tinder and set the age gap from 60 to whatever.
Just higher.
Whatever, higher.
Older.
She got banned because Tinder is, first and foremost, a hater, apparently. So that clip was everywhere. Like it's still doing massive numbers, especially on Instagram.
Don't understand why.
Yeah, like it has like 30,000 on Instagram. Very random. But there's so many people who were commenting. A lot of the girlies,
big feelings.
Half the population is banned from Tinder. That's what I found out.
Correct.
All the best, banned from Tinder.
Banned.
If you're not banned from Tinder, you're actually not a baddie. That's
you're
the
doing it wrong.
qualification.
That's what we've come to learn. So you're doing it wrong.
And then some people got really weird.
And
and lecturing, talking about you shouldn't, and like imagine if someone did that to your grandpa. No,
my grandpa knows
wouldn't
better.
Be there. What are you on about?
First of all, if your grandpa's on Tinder, your boy's looking to hook up. So like, go have a conversation with grandpa about that.
Yes. And second of all, this is an exchange of, friendship.
Right, an exchange of goods and services.
Demand and supply. Simple economics.
Correct.
Y'all got weird for no goddamn reason.
But it's fine.
But thank you, every view counts. So we appreciate
for real.
we appreciate that.
Trying to figure out how to monetize that video now. So if someone can explain that process to me, I'd be eternally grateful.
Leave it in the comments below. Thank you. So today, this is not going to be a first time experience. We're actually just going to do general yapping.
Yapping.
My last episode was my 10th episode, which was a big podcast milestone. There's a statistic about how many podcasts never make it to 10. I don't know the statistic, but I know it's significant.
I won't ask a follow-up question.
Don't ask it. How many? Many. Majority, over 50%. I know that.
Don't make it to 10 episodes?
Yeah.
I get that. I too lose interest in things very quickly, especially projects and tasks. So that makes sense.
So we halfway there, but let's go ahead, subscribe on YouTube and on Spotify, on
Play
Apple
it in the
Podcasts.
background when you're doing nothing at home.
I know you got some dishes you should be watching.
Correct.
When you're folding laundry, I'm the perfect sound to have around.
In the background.
You can play it on your TV. I don't care, whatever you want.
Your phone, your iPad, your computer.
Wherever. Does Apple Watch play podcasts?
I don't know.
How? There's no audio.
No, you can connect your headphones to it.
Really?
Yeah. That's how when my phone was not working and I was texting you, it was with my watch.
Okay, yeah, try it on your Apple Watch. It does have
the podcast. Yeah, you can.
Listen to me on your watch.
Yeah, you can. It's loading my shows now. So
amazing.
You can listen on your watch.
Are You New pod on all social media? So TikTok, Instagram mostly. Threads, even though I never, I should work on
that.
I guess. There's also a Twitter page, but also. Or I'm not saying that man's name and his little thing. But yeah, follow us on YouTube at Are You New? And again, Spotify, iHeartRadio.
I don't know.
We're there. We're there too. Does Pandora do?
Pandora, honestly,
yes, actually,
is the GOAT. I still use my Pandora.
That's in Maya. That's crazy.
No, because the shuffle on Pandora is so good.
Maya.
It's so good.
Pandora and
because Pandora, this is the thing. It makes stations based on songs in a way. And and I'm a Spotify over Apple Music girl. I have both. I just prefer Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
Pandora really goes into the musical vault and really curates a really good.
You know what?
What's I call it? With that. It's not even a playlist. It's just like a shuffle.
Yes,
and it gets me, and I don't pay for it, so I do have to hear ads every so often.
Yeah,
but no, Pandora's the GOAT.
I took so long to switch from Pandora to Spotify. I had to be shamed into going into Spotify.
Spotify relies too much on things you've liked in the past.
Yes.
I feel like I hear the same 45 songs on my Spotify now, even when I shuffle it. And there's a way to fix that, but someone explain. I don't remember. But
again, in the comments, please explain how to monetize off of a certain number of likes and how to make your Spotify better.
Tinder, sponsor me.
And Tinder,
let me back on your app.
We're ready to be the face of Tinder.
I didn't say that.
We're ready. What do you mean sponsorship means?
I don't want to be the face of it. I will do one branded video, but that's it.
Nah, plaster me on the trains. Yeah.
Oh, that's another random thought.
For big money though. What?
When Kalk asked me to do this today.
I literally asked her a few hours ago because one of my guests couldn't make it today.
And I don't have
a
life,
feel
so
better.
I was free.
And I was like, hey,
And she's like, oh, we can talk about whatever. And in that moment, I had never had a thought in my entire life and I couldn't think of a single thing. But as time went on, I started making a list of
things.
random thoughts that I've had where like I live alone. So like I have no one to back and forth these thoughts with. And so usually I'll be like, oh, I'll just make a TikTok video about this thing. But I was like, oh, let me save all of these thoughts and talk about them right now. And you talked about Subway ads.
Yes.
And that was another thought I had not too long ago. That Street Easy ad thing that if you're on the train and it's always like, don't be a former New Yorker.
Yes.
It's like, oh, Brooklyn dad. If you're not a Brooklyn dad in Brooklyn, you're just a dad or whatever.
Yeah.
Great marketing campaign. But Street Easy, are you not part of the reason why these people can't live in New York anymore? I know Street Easy doesn't set the prices, right?
No.
But like they have such a monopoly on trying to get a home in this city that like I'm sure a lot of people would live here if they didn't have to use your site only to try to find a place to live. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Do
you think it's like what is the place that you buy actual homes in?
Zillow?
Okay, yeah. Well, Zillow literally has the market on houses because they bought out a bunch of houses and they control the listing of it.
Do you think that's what's happening with Street Easy?
I was like, do you think that's what it is?
How is Street Easy profitable?
Advertisements, I would imagine, of some sort. Like, or is there some sort of agreement when you... I would imagine.
I have are
so
questions.
This is now mostly a conspiracy theory about Street Easy and how it makes life not affordable.
But it was a great marketing campaign because all of those people, I don't know if they're real, I mean, they could be paid actors,
They're
but like they all look miserable and they're
all paid actors.
Also like interracial couples and or like ambiguous looking individuals who are just like, I lived in Brooklyn, but now I live in North Dakota.
Mind you, there's a person like mowing a lawn and they're like all like, boo,
yeah.
I have my like suburban single house.
Correct.
But, like,
I have New York style pizza, but like it's not from New York, so it's trash.
Do you actually think it's affected? Because I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, so these people can own a home.
That's the thing. Like
that doesn't seem that bad to me.
If your identity is tied to being like, I'm a Brooklyn dad, then yes. Because there's probably a lot of people who are like, I can't afford to raise a kid here, but like my dream was to be a Brooklyn parent. I would look at that and be like, fuck, like that could be me. That person's life looks like it sucks. But if I don't know, having a house seems nice.
Yeah, I was like, I would look at that and I'd be like, oh, okay, this is more of an advertisement of like, you can also go somewhere else and find a better housing situation. Like it's a bit of a double-edged sword. Street Easy do reach out
but they started the conversation and that's what advertising is about.
Exactly. It is effective.
Look at us talking about it for free right now.
Yes. You'll remember it and you'll have commentary.
Correct.
Yes, marketing. We're back, baby.
Let me put a little check next to that because we talked about it. Great. On one of my random thoughts.
Oh my gosh, yay. I didn't really have a random thought. My thought was fully generated by the news. Today, I was telling Maya I was looking at C-SPAN because they were talking about essentially one of the editors at The Atlantic being put in a group chat. Let me read the New York Times article by Patrick Kingsley. Yeah, shout out to Patrick because, journalism, we should credit them. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth texted plans for military strikes in Yemen in a Signal group chat with U.S. official. Signal is kind of like a WhatsApp. It's like another,
encrypted texting messaging
application that also inadvertently included the top editor of The Atlantic. The editor said that Michael Waltz, the national security advisor, had added him to the chat by mistake days earlier. Until the strikes, he suspected it to be a hoax.
Who did you think he was trying to add? That he added this guy?
I'm trying.
His name is Mike. Who got added? The guy who got added is Mike?
No. I think the person who got added it's Jeffrey Goldberg.
Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Who's someone?
Jeffrey Goldberg is the editor at The Atlantic.
I don't know any.
Jeffrey Goldberg, who was the editor who got added to this group message.
Goldblum is so funny.
I mean, you said who else is Jeff?
But why? All right. Anyways, continue.
He got added to this text message, and he thought it was literally like a hoax, as in like he thought it might be an attempt by a foreign adversary to kind of glean, I guess, some sort of information. And then he saw an attack actually play out the way that it was texted within the message. And then he was like, oh, this shit for real. That's crazy. And also, maybe I shouldn't be here. Imagine you get added.
Girl, my biggest fear is adding people to the wrong group chat. If I get added to the wrong group chat, I'm like in some group chats now. Not some. I'm in one where this girl clearly meant to add someone else named Maya. But they added me. I just muted it, but sometimes I check in to see what they're talking about. They're like talking about like there's some book that came out that they're all reading, and I just don't have the heart to be like, hey guys, I'm not supposed to be here. So I just muted it and let them rock, because it sucks to have to then restart the chat. With the correct people.
Can you not leave?
I think it has a green person. So I don't think I can be removed. I think they have to just restart it at this point. So it costs me nothing to just mute them and continue living my life. But
if you got added to this chat, what are you doing?
This one?
Yes.
Screen recording everything.
Okay.
And then leaking
And then how long are you staying in that chat?
Until someone else notices.
Are you okay. Because then it's a tricky responsibility, right? Because yes,
I'm
a
telling
journalist.
I'm texting my Yemeni friends and being like, guys, put this on your news. Whatever they're talking about in there, I'm snitching.
If you're a journalist, though, you're a journalist in this, and this happened to you.
This is the greatest.
Mind you, Maya's fully
this is the greatest first primary source that you could ask for. Like, this is amazing.
But how long do you let the story play out?
Until they realize they made a mistake. I would be printing stories not under my name. Like, I would just be putting out reports constantly, and they'll be like, how do they have this information? Like, and when they realize their mistake, then
then are you going? But it has to be a conversation with your editor, right?
Not necessarily.
Oh, you'd just be leaking it.
Absolutely.
You go rogue. She said, I have no
rules
loyalty.
No longer exist. My loyalty is to me.
That's crazy.
I'm putting out this story. I'm going full deep throat. Like, who is this mystery person who has all this info? Hey guys, Edward Snowden here.
The way they try to kill you so quickly. In the attempt.
Try it. Many have tried. None have succeeded.
Many men.
Yikes. Like,
I'd wait maybe like a month.
A month is so long.
Girl, you said you would wait until someone notices. What if they don't notice at all?
Well, if I'm putting out stories regularly about things they're talking about and they're still not putting two and two together, they deserve everything that's coming for them. Like,
which would be nothing.
Maybe
the current state of things, it would be nothing.
That's true. So like, what? No harm, no foul. Like, no one's getting in trouble. It's fine.
It's fine. Yeah, I think I would try to wait like for like maybe a month, and then I would release like a whole thing.
My month in the chat.
My month.
An extended edition for the cut.
Yes, and like I would go to the newspapers first, but then of course I'd try to make sure I got a book deal.
Could you imagine writing a whole book about this one thing?
Many have done it for less things. This is going to be a whole, yes.
I'm sure in a month no one will remember this. Like, something more worser is going to be happening. So
the pressure is getting worse. Yeah. That's the current state of affairs. We're doing really well, you guys. We're doing so great in the year of our Lord 2025.
Yikes.
Yeah. What else has been on my mind outside of that? Men are really scary on social media, and I want them to go. I'm so scared.
Is this related to a different thought, or just
it's fully related to a different thought? It's the viral story of the Saratoga water guy.
Oh, yeah, that guy's weird. Get it?
So, as well as podcast mics, I think we should maybe take away all social media from men.
Oh, no.
For a period of time.
But then how will we know what to do with ourselves every day?
Who's we?
Girls.
How will girls exist? Yeah, I think maybe for a period, let's strive for like one financial quarter.
Okay.
And see where we are. Who's globally?
Whose financial calendar are we going by, though? Like Goldman? Are we thinking Bank of America? Like
Bloomberg?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Not Mike.
Not Mike.
Not another.
Yeah, I think for one quarter, let's ban it and let's pass the law and see what happens, because you guys are getting really, really weird. Like, it's getting real dark.
You know what?
Also, Saratoga, are they going to pay this guy?
I don't know. I've never even heard of that brand of water until I saw this guy.
Yes, you have.
Saratoga.
Have you not? It's from New York. It's Saratoga. It's a New York
I don't
restaurant.
buy fancy water.
No, but like it's just like in places. Yeah.
Okay. You're talking to the wrong basic bitch.
Maya's like,
I thought Essentia was like the peak.
Brita.
You know what? The most, not Brita. I use zero water.
Mhm.
What is it called? Mountain Valley. That was the peak of
Yes.
expensive water that I understood.
Mountain Valley is a great water.
Yeah, and I
Yes.
only knew it because one of the shows I was working on, we had
A rider that was like,
no, it was a guest star who only drank Mountain Valley, so we bought like a case of 12 for them.
mhm.
They drank one bottle for the week that we were there, so I took the rest home because when
Oh
else
my
am I going to
God.
get this fancy water?
They didn't drink water?
They
giving dehydration,
That's the thing. No, they
friend.
demanded this water. I'm sure they had some at home that they would just bring with them every day.
Okay.
But like they
'cause-
demanded that we also have it, so we went and purchased it. They drank
Okay.
maybe 1 or 2 bottles of it for the week that they were there,
Yeah.
and then the rest I was like free game.
Yeah,
So
yeah. It's excellent water. Quite crisp.
I don't get the
I
hype.
love
It's
Saratoga
fine.
as well.
I was like, Essentia is the peak of fancy waters for me, and then someone was like, "It's not even alkaline," and I'm like, "Okay, I don't know what that." Okay, fine.
Yeah. Not
I
to
don't know.
get too deep. I don't know that I believe in alkaline water. Whatever.
I don't know what any of this means.
I just like
my water
water.
comes from the sink, and then it goes through my little pitcher's filter,
Yes.
and then it goes into my tummy.
Same.
So
But I have had Saratoga water
Okay.
for many years. It's
Good.
good.
okay.
It's good. It's decent. It's just good water. Okay. What other random thoughts do you have?
Okay. The one that was on the forefront of my brain was, hey, why have you all waited so long to get your real IDs? This has been
Oh.
a thing for at least 4 to 5 years now. They're like, hey, 2025, have your real ID. Hey, please tell me you have your real ID, Calc. You have like, do you know you have 30 minutes? They've been telling you guys to get the real ID. And now I saw something and someone was like, they waited 4 hours at the DMV and they had an appointment.
Oh my
they,
gosh.
Yeah. There people are like in line for hours. And
Yuck.
I'm sorry, like, I'm a lollygagger, you know, I love to do a thing last minute, but like
When did you get yours?
2020 or something, I had to like renew my license for some reason. And they're
Yeah.
like, hey,
Wait,
here's your star. Like,
Wait, is this only for New York?
this is for the entire continental United States. Like,
I'm gonna
if
have
you
to
want
make a trip
to
to Maryland.
fly with just your ID, so even if it's like domestic, it
Yep,
has to
yep,
be
yep.
the real ID.
Mm-hmm.
And there are people who are just like,
This is actually
no one
literally a
told
PSA
us."
because I don't have mine.
Yeah, like why did you?
And I
don't-
didn't realize when the deadline was.
It's this year,
Oh, yeah.
October,
Oh, okay.
May, one of the two. It
Go
could be
get it
October.
now.
Yeah, but I'm so like people really waited 5 ever to do this, and
Yeah, they did. But like they must have known the general population would do it. I wish they had done it state
now
by
I'm
state.
concerned that they didn't do it. There are so many people who are like fighting for their lives to do this.
Yeah. Fair. Okay. I mean,
Mind you, I think the deadline was earlier and they just pushed it because they
Extended it.
knew people weren't ready and you still weren't ready.
I have to say though, like I'm not an unplugged person. I only remember when this mandate came, whenever it came. There was no refresher for me. And I need a refresher. I need a refresher. Because you can't expect me to like actually remember this one time that I saw this and be like, oh, I'll take this
I mean, like,
seriously.
if you're a person who travels, like if you're someone who
person who
like, that's what I'm saying. There's signs everywhere in the airport.
Yeah, I thought it was just like a gentle, like you can do this now. And I tried to do it at the airport.
They can't
You
do it
can't do
there.
that.
This is not
Yeah,
a
I
global
know.
entry, baby. They're not interviewing
I
you
was
upon
like,
return to the
oh,
United
I
States.
can't do
Like they're
it.
just like, hey.
Yeah.
And like the airport, I don't know. Maybe this doesn't happen to you. I'm like a prime candidate for a random search.
I'm small, so they
So,
just let me go.
You know, I get my hair tapped a lot. Like if I have braids in, I get like pulled to the side constantly. Don't let me have been traveling with like my family who like, to me, we look like your typical stereotypical East African family.
Yeah.
But to the untrained eye, it's giving Middle Eastern.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're gonna be like
post 9/11. The way my dad was getting stopped at every airport we went to, I was like, dang, wow, it's no more, man, guys. I'm just trying to get to where I'm going. But
yeah.
So like I'm just, as my stuff is being searched, I'm reading signage around me. I'm checking. So like there's signage everywhere. So yeah. I saw
the sign, but I genuinely don't remember it being like you need to transfer to Real ID by this state for the I don't remember that.
Yeah. No.
At all.
Yeah, no, girl.
With that being said, thank you so much because obviously
Ding.
I'm going to be in Maryland in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, just make your appointment now for whenever you're there because it's
I'm going to go see about them.
It's popping at the DMV.
Oh my God, they're so strict.
Yeah, it's not going to help. I don't get what the point. Like I do, it's like, I don't know, whatever.
Well, I hope it makes traveling easier. At least.
No, nothing will make traveling easier. But I think we probably won't have TSA in like the next 2 to 3 years. Like
because they propose that.
I see it being abolished, which like we had life before. I'll be used to life after.
Somebody proposed that.
Yeah.
Somebody from the R's proposed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Getting rid of the TSA.
Yeah.
That's a massive amount. I'm sorry, all of these like proposals, I'm like, that you're proposing getting rid of like thousands, if not millions of jobs.
They don't care.
Yeah. Just saying, like that's also what happens. That is the result. Yay, no TSA. Also people out of jobs.
Yeah. But I'm like, some of the people who work for TSA, you don't deserve your job. You're mean. Why are you yelling at me?
Say that about any job.
No,
it's so high stress.
It's not.
It's so high stress.
Being in TSA,
the number of people you have to see in the span if you work in like a busy airport.
I want you to stop and think about the busiest airport you know.
Yes.
Like, let's envision. How many TSA lines were actually open while you were there? 1, maybe 2.
Yeah.
They're not using TSA to its full extent. So at this point, take it away. You lost your rights and privileges.
But whatever is open and whoever's there, it's a whole lot of people coming through. And people are some people can't read. Some people also may be hard of hearing because they don't do any of the things you're supposed to do.
People are just stupid. Like,
yeah.
And people being a loyalist to Southwest, which is another thing.
Oh my God. I'm going to let you go ahead. Go ahead. Talk about Southwest.
I can't. I already crashed out about it. It's fine. If being a Southwest enthusiast has taught me anything, is that the first 3 letters of the alphabet and counting to 60 is difficult for a lot of people. It's just like skills that were not mastered at any point. Like, it's fine. I get it. Like, some things are hard, but like, you see what you've done to us now? Like,
look where we are.
Look what's happened. Look at the terrible thing that's happened.
Again, context. Southwest.
It started so small. They're just like, we're changing our boarding policy. I'm so sorry to cut you off.
No.
But like,
you're an expert in this.
You re-triggered the memory. They're like, hey, you know what? Like, we're just going to go to like standard assigned seats. We're going to go to boarding, whatever. And like, fine.
At first we started.
So many people complained about the seating because they are like, A16 comes after A3. I don't know. Can you count?
Yeah.
You can figure it out.
And they can't. So
like, it took a while, but I wrapped my head around that because it was fine. And then out of nowhere on like a crisp Tuesday morning, they sent out an email and they're like, them 2 bags, they're not flying for free anymore.
Yeah.
Also, like, your points, those are expiring. Yeah. Your transferable flights, that's not a thing anymore. A want to get away, gone. You're now basic. There is want to get away premium, but that's basically just basic, but like maybe your points last 6 minutes longer than they did for the basic flight. They've ruined Southwest. And then what's his face gets on there, the CEO, and he's just like, Southwest was never about our boarding policy or our free bags. It was about consumers caring about us making a profit.
Are you all right? Are you actually okay?
I don't care about you making a profit.
Why would I care about a $1 billion company?
Right. I get your hemorrhaging money and there's whatever. You were bought out by some investment group and your investors want to see a return on profit.
Okay.
What the fuck does that have to do with me? Exactly. So anyways, now I have to find a new airline to be loyal to, and I just got my Southwest credit card.
Damn. You were for real loyal.
Yes.
Maya, you were the only person I knew who was like...
Well, listen.
Everyone else is a Delta diva.
I know. Delta's too rich for my blood. But this is the
Yeah.
thing. I got the Southwest card because they were running a special.
Mm-hmm.
60,000 points if you spend $1,000 in the first 3 months.
Okay.
As a Beyonce enthusiast, I was purchasing a Cowboy Carter ticket. So I was like, hey, I'm going to be spending $1,000 in these 3 months. So I was like, I'll open up the card, get my Cowboy Carter, mine and my friend's Cowboy Carter tickets. It'll be over $1,000. Get my 60,000 points, use the points to fly to the city in which I'm seeing the concert.
Okay.
The flight is
The
free. This is girl
mathematics
math.
are correct.
And that all
Basically
panned
free.
out, right? But now, I already bought my flight. It was great. But now I'm like, damn, my bags. I can't check any bags to go to the concert. I have to pack boots.
You gotta ship them.
I have to pack a whole look. But apparently cardholders get 1 credited bag for free. So like the card is kind of helping.
You guys are being so
But
greedy.
it's just so
it's like lame.
It's ugly. Honestly, nobody likes it. There's
It's
so many terrible
corny,
things happening in the
bro.
world. And like for the fact you attack me personally like this, I'm just
Ugh. It's
rude.
so lame and very annoying.
Anyways.
On lighter things, do you have any are you watching White Lotus?
No. It's because I didn't finish the 2nd season. So once I just got my life back a week ago. You know that. I've been very busy for the last 3
Every
months.
time we text Maya, she'd be like, would love to hang out. Obviously can't.
Cannot.
But like imagine if we could.
Yeah.
And I can't.
and now
So
I
good
can.
luck.
So I'm really playing catch up. I spent the first like 3 days after we wrapped just sleeping,
Yes.
like in a full blown coma.
Yeah.
And then I re-entered society. So like now that I'm a week out, I'm
Yes.
like really locked in on the things that I've been meaning to do, which is catch up on a lot of television. So I will be watching the rest of the season 2 of White Lotus and then starting season 3.
Juicy too.
I know.
That season of White Lotus is juicy.
Yeah.
So I'm very committed to escapism right now. I
Love that
want
for
to
you.
escape my body and my head.
Escape my body.
Just escape, please. So obviously that means overconsumption of television shows and romance books. I can make great recommendations for both.
Hey, make one right now. Go.
Yes.
Not television, books.
Books?
Yeah.
Okay. What did I just read? What am I reading? I'm reading one is very much not escapism. It's actually the opposite of that. This is my problem. I get trapped in like the news and relevant things. I'm reading Bowling Alone. It's actually a book I think everybody should read. It's
Make a note
about
to myself.
the decline.
Bowling like the sport?
Yes.
Okay.
Bowling Alone. The title is because it's a study about the decline of community in the United
Sad.
States.
Real.
But like it's by somebody, a professor that teaches at Harvard. He taught Obama, and like Obama was a part of one of his studies.
Uncle Barry?
Yes. And but like one of the signifiers was looking at club membership.
Oh, wait.
And like bowling member, like bowling was a massive thing in the US in the 60s and 70s. In general, like in the 60s, from the 50s to the 70s was the apex of like social activity in the US.
Correct.
And then massive decline. And that also informs like how susceptible people become to autocracies, misinformation, intolerance,
Yes.
all of that, because we no longer are coexisting in a social setting with people from different backgrounds and like communing with them, you know?
Yes.
So you're able to see them as more than like one of their like opinions or whatever. Like your identity isn't going to end up being like your political affiliation,
Mhm.
which is a thing that has happened, which is deeply terrible for society as a whole, right? Because if we make that our biggest identity, then like you could never coexist
There's a lot of
with people.
alienation that goes
Yeah.
on with that.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's terrible. It looks at like, you know, religious participation and stuff like that. Bowling Alone, I'm reading it. It's really, really interesting. It's me and my best friend in a book club of 2 people
Oh my God, I love that.
who are
Let me join
reading
your
it.
book
Me and
club.
Sapna. Yes.
I'll be in your book club.
Please. And then outside of that, what book did I read? I read a really cute romance book. And I never, you guys, because I read so many, I never learned the title or the authors.
Okay.
I literally just
What
go
was the
through
plot?
them.
Maybe I can guess it.
Okay, that you can. The plot of this romance book, I will actually, because I use the library. I borrowed from the library. Please
Love.
lose
Go to your
from Libby.
libraries.
You know, go to your libraries.
your
Go to
local
Libby.
library.
Like they need to know that you're using it so we can continue to get
And it's
funded.
free.
It's important and it's free. But the plot of this book is a group of 3 girls who were college roommates. They're besties,
Okay.
and one of them is really rich. They go to her her family's summer house, I think in Maine.
Okay.
And
I have not read this book.
no, and the author you would recognize because she's written a bunch of books that have been popular. Oh wait, The Happy Place. Yay! I remember the title. It's very popular.
Add that to my list.
The Happy Place. It's really cute. But yeah, the friends always go there, and usually, like, they'll have, if they're dating somebody, they will come. Like, they started bringing serious partners only. It's exclusive. It's not just anybody, not a stranger. Don't do that.
Bring a stranger.
With your friend's trip, that's fucking weird.
Yeah.
But one of the main character in this book, she started dating her bestie's cousin, I believe, or relation
Love.
or something.
Okay.
Is he her cousin? Why do I think he's her cousin?
Not
Whatever. He's a part of the friend group. He wasn't her cousin. My bad. I know people are yelling at me because that book is very popular and so many people have read it.
It's called The Happy. I'm
The
gonna
Happy
Google while you
Place.
talk.
One of the main character starts dating somebody within the friend group. They were together for years, I think for like 7 years, 8 years, whatever. They were engaged and then they break up.
Sad.
They break up, but she's invited to Maine for the summer for their annual trip. And she wants to tell her friends in person because everyone kind of lives in different places post-college. And she decides not to tell them over text message. She's like, I want to do this in person. Her and her ex agree. She gets there. Her ex is there with the whole crew. And she was like, what?
Oh, she didn't know he was coming.
No.
Oh no.
Yeah.
What's
and
gonna
everyone's like,
happen
oh my
next?
God. Like her friend surprised her. Her and her ex were long distance because she was in residency.
Oh.
And they're like, surprise,
we
he's
brought
here.
you. And they don't know that they're broken up.
Mm.
Okay, cool.
That's
I
the
see the
plot.
plot forming.
Yes.
I do see the plot
Yeah.
forming. Okay,
and like
great.
she's looking at him like, what the fuck? And he's like, shh. Yeah. So that's the plot, The Happy Place. It was really, really excellent read.
By Emily Henry.
By Emily Henry.
According to
Thank
Google. No problem. That's
Thank
why
you.
I'm here.
Yeah, escape all your thoughts. I'm watching White Lotus. I was watching The Pit on HBO.
Ooh, so dramatic.
So good.
Yeah.
It's like I really love a procedural.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's good for
doesn't?
you.
We love a formulaic show.
I know.
Problem, solution. Problem, solution.
Well, this one doesn't have solution really. So
Just all problems.
it's mostly it takes
all
so the
problems,
Pit
guys.
is like a medical procedural that takes place over the span of one shift. It's 15 hours, 15 episodes. It's on HBO with Noah Wiles, who was in the original ER. So
Shout out to
he's quite
ER.
familiar with the ER.
Yes.
Really good show. Kind of heartbreaking, but watch it. I think everyone will really, really enjoy it. It doesn't really move. It doesn't move fast or slow. It's just a shift. So you're like, it feels very.
And each episode is like
realistic.
an hour. It's like a la
Yes.
24, right?
Yes. It
Yeah.
starts with the morning shift beginning.
Nice.
There's some sad things happen because sad things happen
Because it's
in the hospital.
Yeah, people are dying.
Yeah, quite literally. But people are also being saved. So, take the wins where you can get them.
With the losses.
And then, what was it? There's this very goofy show by ABC that takes place. It's supposed to take place in I think Denmark or something. Hold on, Lacey Mosley, who is Scam Goddess. I love Lacey
her.
Mosley and I love Scam Goddess.
Same.
It literally teaches me so much.
She's in Denmark. She's in it's not her Scam Goddess show. where
No,
she talks
it's
about
Going
scamming.
Dutch.
Oh.
But also watch Lacey Mosley's Scam Goddess show on Hulu.
Listen to the podcast. She's
Yes.
funny.
She's super
She was
funny.
on iCarly, the reboot.
Yes, she was. And she seems just like truly one of
genuinely
the
pleasant
nicest
person.
people.
Genuinely
Hi,
pleasant
Lacey.
person.
Yeah. So she has her own, like, Scam Goddess has been a podcast for like years. I think
Yeah.
like at this point 6-7 years.
Yeah.
I've been listening to it for a while as well. So good. It really teaches you about the
Scamming.
latest in scams and
Yeah,
also
scams and
historical
cons.
scams. But Going Dutch is a really goofy show about like a random military group that does nothing, and they're in like some Dutch area. It's just a show you can put while you're cooking because you don't need to pay attention, but it is funny and like cute.
Love.
Yeah. Because you need a variation. You need drama. You need something serious. Yeah.
This one gets a smiley face with the tongue coming out.
Yeah, because it's
silly,
goofy, silly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any show recommendations?
Yes, always, naturally. I can't think of what it's called right now. The one with what's her face from
I could really use like any identifier right now.
Please leave me alone. What's the show about the people and they own a bar with Danny DeVito?
Oh, Always Sunny.
Yes.
Oh my God. Yes. The one where she plays
Brilliant. It's not called Brilliant.
higher-
No.
No,
It's
it's
something about being smart.
High Potential.
Thank you. High potential.
Love that show.
Great show. She does have high potential. That's like one that I'm like staying caught up on.
Yes.
Always.
It's
really
on
good.
Hulu.
Done well.
Yes.
Is it just on Hulu? Is it
I know.
does it
I
come
think it's on
TV?
ABC.
Okay.
I think it's on ABC and it comes
don't
on
know.
Hulu.
Yeah, that's where I watch it on Hulu. So I don't know what channel it's actually on, but
Yeah,
really
it's on-
good.
Mhm.
Mickey, is that her name? Mike? No.
No.
I'm thinking of The Mick, which
I
is
was like-
another show she was
which
on.
was cute and got canceled.
Yeah, rip. High potential.
Very
high
cute.
potential for being a good show.
It's she helps essentially
The police
the
department.
police
Because she has like an incredible mind and she can like piece things together and she'll like look at a crime scene and be like,
yeah.
they were cut here at this time.
Yeah,
because
her
the blood
IQ
splatter
is like
100.
insane.
Yeah. and
But she
then
can't keep a job because like her brain is just like insane.
Yeah,
she
so
gets
she
bored.
was like she was cleaning the police precinct at night, but then she solved one of their cases for them overnight. This is the plot of the first episode.
This is the pilot.
And they're like, "Hey, who touched my board?" And she's like, "Me, because you did the crime wrong."
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Hey, you're hired."
Yeah, and she works with the detective.
And then she also has like a B plot where like, you know, there's like a crime in her life that they're trying to solve for her as well. So you should watch that.
Very cute show.
Yeah, that's all I can. That's the only thing that was new that I've been watching
That's
that I can
fine.
recommend.
That's fine.
Yeah, other
That's
than
pretty
that,
good.
I've rewatched my comfort shows because it helps keep my nervous system stabilized.
What are your comfort shows? You know, I don't rewatch any shows ever.
Comfort rewatches?
I don't reread
New
books
Girl?
and I don't rewatch shows really.
watch New Girl like 55 million times. It's such a good show.
I have rewatched New Girl and I will take back what I just said.
rewatching Brooklyn Nine-Nine right now because they have all the seasons on Netflix.
Cute.
I like to do a Gilmore Girls rewatch at least once a year, but usually in the fall.
Yes.
Correct. And then what's something else? Like I don't. Those are like my three go-to. Like
Yeah, those are cute.
like I can.
I recommend Schitt's Creek and Dairy Girls for rewatches as well.
Yeah.
They're cute.
Top tier.
Yeah. I'm going to rewatch something.
You
I don't
should.
know for some reason, like rewatching, there's so many new things and I'm like, I want to know all of it.
You're also just like a lot more, I think, stable than most people.
Yes, I am. Thank you.
So like it's
I'll
a
take
comfort
that.
thing where you're just like, okay, I'm not worried about what's going to happen next. Like I know what's going to happen. Like if you're not a person who likes to read the plot of a movie before you go watch it because you're anxious about it, you might not enjoy a rewatch for the 8th time. But if I'm like going to go watch a movie and I'm just like stressed about the plot, I will read it on Wikipedia, go into it knowing what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And like still be scared, anxious, nervous, whatever. But like the comfort of knowing how it's going to end is really nice for me.
That is so, that's not me at
Yeah.
all. Thank you.
Jersey, have you ever eaten at Jersey Mike's?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
I feel like Jersey Mike's is an industry plant.
I'm so sorry. Hold on. While she's doing that, Jersey Mike's, look me dead in the eye. I tried to apply and work for you. And this one manager, it had just opened in Germantown. This was in 2010
okay.
summer. I applied. This one manager, you guys were just opening up. You had an opening. And the manager was like, oh my God, you got it. You just need to come in. A manager said that to me and meet this other manager. There were two, right? The other manager looked me dead in the eye and basically was like, not you. And I was like, because I'm black?
Yikes.
That was the only explanation.
Big yikes. Not where I was going. With
Okay,
that.
well, anyways, count your motherfucking days.
I've never
You're actually
eaten-
expanding and doing well, so I don't know.
Well, this is the thing. I feel like Jersey Mike's pays a lot of influencers online to talk about Jersey Mike's because I don't know anyone in my real life who, like, in 2025
not 2020.
goes to Jersey Mike's. But there are a lot of people whose TikTok pages I follow or see regular, and they are regularly getting Jersey Mike's. They're like, I was craving Jersey Mike's. You guys talk about Jersey Mike's a lot. I don't even know where the fuck there is a Jersey Mike's in New York. And these people don't live in New York. Like,
I know it made it. No, I saw one yesterday.
Was it real? Did you go inside?
No. Oh, ever since that incident, by the way,
She
I
hates
refuse.
Jersey Mike's.
I've never been
There's
inside a
one
Jersey Mike except to apply for a job.
By our house in Maryland. I know of one. I've like never seen anyone go in it. I've never seen anyone come out. Like, I am convinced that
I have
like,
one friend, Britt, who loved Jersey Mike's, and I was like,
Jersey
this
Mike's
can't be
is
a real
spending
thing.
big on like influencer marketing, but like low key because they don't ever write like sponsored or ad or whatever.
yeah.
But they are always eating Jersey Mike's, and I don't know anyone in my real life who eats Jersey Mike's.
Conspiracy theory. A front for some, but what would
I'll
it be
eat Jersey
for?
Mike's for a small fee. I'll eat it. Okay. This one, I just wrote the words Paula Patton, and it's mainly because someone
Did you see the post?
someone posted a video and they were just like, no one has stood on business more than Paula Patton when she decided she was done with Robin Thicke. And I have to agree.
It was
Because
so true.
she was like, no.
absolutely not.
And he
like,
said, please. And she said,
that's the full
no.
sentence.
she said no. She said no once. He asked 45 times. She said no once, never addressed it again. And then someone told me they'd been together since they were like 11.
Since they were like, they were like high school.
He fumbled hard. They were like middle high school. So she might be a year older than him. So it's like 14, 15, 13, whatever it is. But they're also Canadian.
Oh my
so maybe
God.
13 is high school in
This is
Canada.
breaking news. I didn't know they were Canadian.
Yeah. Well, I know Paul. I knew because Alan Thicke is Canadian, isn't he? Are they not Canadian?
They very well probably are. I just don't know the Canadian. You know what I mean? Like, I can't tell the difference between a Canadian and an American all the time.
We're going to be one nation soon anyways, baby.
We're all
51st
Africa,
day.
baby.
Please. Screaming. Why is this the first image that pops up when you Google Robin Thicke? He is Canadian. Okay, I didn't make that up. But yeah, Paula Patton, I want to be as stood in business as you
We're
are.
trying to get like you. It's also literally, he wrote an album. He went on every
I don't even think she heard it.
award show and begged for her.
And she said-
like on his knees, crying real fake tears.
No, I feel like she doesn't even sit next to them when they go to their son's events.
No, and then
she's
she-
like across the room.
She didn't give an interview. There was no People's article that
Never
I can
talked about it
recall.
again.
Whatever. She was like, not everything I said, I wrote it down in the divorce.
And I respect it because Paula Patton is someone where like you could dislike her just based on like the character she plays in movies. She's so fucking annoying in every movie that she's in because she's always
She
just
is
like
actually.
a dumb bitch.
Yeah,
and
she
that's
is.
not her fault. Like she got typecast. It
Yeah.
happens to the best of us. But IRL Paula Patton, double chest bump.
Standing on it.
Um,
Shout out to you, Paula Patton. I hope you're doing well.
I think she's great. She's doing something. She's fine. No
Yeah.
one's ever been more fine in their entire life, clearly. And then the last thing I have on here is a topic of discussion. Why do people get so offended when you tell them that they're just your work friend?
It is something. I'm going to tell y'all something right now. On my phone, one of my pinned group chats, because they're one of my best friends now, it says FFW, and that means friends
From
from
work.
work. Thank you. I wouldn't let them call me just a regular. Like, we would be out and someone would be like, oh my God, how do you know each other? And I would be like, these are my friends from work. And
You're
then
my
they'd
work
be
friend.
like, I feel like you could just introduce us as friends.
We're
And I
not
would look-
friends.
Immediately, I'm like, but we're not friends. Like,
Correct.
we're friends we're friendly.
I
at
think I
work.
genuinely offended someone at my last job because they were just like, oh, like, how long have you guys been? Someone asked, because if you work in production, like, you become friends of convenience. Like, you're around
Yeah.
each other 17 hours a
Proximity and
day, like,
convenience.
up to however long your shoot is going. And so, like, proximity, yes, you're like friends because you're around each other. You probably socialize after work together because,
Look,
you know,
okay.
this is who you see. We're not friends. And this is not to say that we could not become friends. I have developed friendships with people who I worked with and like, you know,
some of my closest
trauma
friends.
bonded. We love you guys, but like I'm not friends with a lot of you guys, and that's okay. Like we don't have to, we're just friends from work. Like here's the thing, you can't pronounce my last name correctly. We're not friends. When's my birthday? You don't know because we're not friends. Like we don't have to be, and that's okay. Do you not have other friends? Like, is that something else we need to talk about? Because we can have that conversation. But like,
I know there's so many people who are watching us right now and be like, look at them avoidant ass girls chatting about friends. But like,
this is the thing.
I believe in a hierarchy of friends.
I have friends. Kalk has friends. I know Kalk's friends.
Yes.
Kalk knows Kalk and I are friends.
Do you know what I mean?
Like, this is an established relationship.
I know her world. She knows my world.
Yes, we are actually friends. But like, there is a decade's worth of buildup there to get to this point.
We lived in the same dorm for 2 years.
Yeah, but like, you don't have to be friends with every single person that you meet. It's okay.
Don't take you guys. It's okay. Don't take offense. Let people. You're some people's acquaintance. You're some people's friend. You're some people's close friend. All of these things are very valid. You are something in God's eye, and that is what matters.
Anywho, those are
No, I wholly agree with you.
Yeah.
I love a hierarchy definition in friendships. We were playing best friends game with some close friends of mine. At the time, we were not best friends. One of the cards said, "Name my friend Jess."
See, I know her friend Jess. I am not friends with Jess. I am
so mentioned here.
Acquaintanced with Jess through her. But if I was just like, Jess is not my friend, I don't know.
Yeah,
I know,
acquainted.
And I do know her last name too. And I still know that we are just acquaintances.
Exactly. But Jess got the card and it said, "Name all of Jess's best friends." So we wrote down. I knew exactly who to write. I wrote it down. And just starts listing. And we all share.
This is so appropriate. One of my actual friends is FaceTiming me right now. This was not planned. I will call you back later. But like,
I'm so dead.
Like that. And
a real friend.
A real friend.
Yeah. But yeah, it was like, write Jess's best friends. Everyone reads out loud what they said. It was like 5 of us. We all read out loud. There were some differences. Notably, me and my friend Stephanie, who you also know.
And I would consider Stephanie a friend.
Exactly. You've been in our house so many times.
Yes.
So like, we didn't put ourselves in Jess's best friends list.
Self-awareness is so important.
That's what I'm saying. Now, Jess takes offense because she wrote us. She was like, "I thought we were best friends." And then the other two were also like, "Yeah, I consider." So like, what are we? Now all of a sudden, everyone is looking at me at the table and they're like, "What are we?" And I was like, I feel like we're best friends light. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, we're working towards a close friendship.
Yeah, best friend is like a...
Best friends light.
That is like a really serious label to put on a relationship.
Thank you. I'm just like, we've known each other for 2 years at that point, 3 years. What do you mean?
We're just cracking the surface at this point.
Please, let's relax ourselves. I was like, we're best friends. And they died. They were like, that's it. They were like, I'm going to get that made best friends. Like, I'm like, yeah.
Trademark it. Put on a sticker.
Yeah.
Honestly.
We crossed the threshold. Now we're best friends. But you see, we work towards it.
It's okay, guys. Like,
it's fine. And you're all my strangers and my acquaintances.
And some of you who are watching this are our friends. And now if you're standing back and reevaluating the nature of your relationship with us, you should be.
You should be. I feel like you should know.
Like I'm
quite clear.
Yeah.
I don't care. You know exactly where you stand with me. It is what it is.
Those were all the random thoughts that I had written down that I just needed to talk to someone about.
I'm so glad because I was very ill prepared for today. I was very prepared for my actual podcast.
Correct.
Very ill prepared to pivot, you know?
Yeah. And you know why I was able to show up for my friend?
Thank you.
That's what friends do.
You know why I was able to text Maya? Because we're actually friends.
Anyways, title of the episode: Are we friends? Mark.
Are we friends, or are we FFWs?
Friends,
you know,
from work. I have a couple of those too.
Yeah, and to my FFWs,
Love
I
you.
love you
Mean
guys.
it.
Now they are actually some of my best friends. It's really cute.
Oh yeah, this also the like youth
The
heart.
millennial heart.
This is not the millennial heart.
I mean, sorry, the
yeah, this
Gen
is the
Z
youth
heart.
heart. I hate this.
I love it.
I love this.
I do it all the time.
I feel like
There's something about it that feels cleaner to me. I like the fact that
this
it's
is
not-
anatomically incorrect, so it's all just wrong anyways.
No, yeah, all of it is.
This is heart. Heart.
Heart. But yeah, that is. I don't even know what today the description I'm going to put for this. This is just a vibes and chat.
No, vibes and
episode.
chat is so real.
Vibes and chat, and sometimes you need that. I had a milestone, and this podcast is going to. I'm going to take a little bit of like a 2-week break, and then this podcast
You
will
deserve.
be coming out. Yeah,
You deserve.
thank you so much for showing up.
You're so welcome. Also, while we're here, I am looking for a job.
Maya
So,
needs a job.
you guys,
Okay, in what industry? Let the people know.
honestly, open to almost anything.
Mhm.
I'm just like really now married to the idea of a salary,
Healthcare.
health insurance,
Mm.
maybe some other benefits,
VIP.
PTO, a normal 40-hour work week, and then being appropriately compensated for that 40-hour work week.
She's in her stability.
I'm in my
era.
stability era. I would love for it to be production adjacent. If you're
Mhm.
looking for a creative project manager, creative project.
Maya's great at that.
Yeah.
Also, Maya has like a great deal of experience in like
Other things.
Yeah, as in like she's worked in production, but she also has fully worked in like 9-to-5 universe. So yeah.
Go to my website, look at my resume. That being said,
What's your website?
oh my God. You know I'm poor, so it's like a WordPress site that still says WordPress in it. Just Google me. DAWIT.
DAWIT.
But yeah, a solid way to end the show. Me.
Let the people know where they can find you.
You
follow
can find me and follow me at the same places I was at last time on the gram. Just look for the viral video that she has. And then I think I'm tagged in that.
You are.
So find me there. Keep leaving angry comments, guys, and stop deleting them because I want to screenshot them and print them out.
Oh, I deleted only like 3.
Okay.
Yeah. The rest
But I feel like you deleted the nastiest ones, and those are the ones I wanted to see.
I was like, these were a lot.
Yeah.
They were so aggressive.
But also don't, what's it called when they find your information?
Oh,
Not swatting, the other one.
no. Oh, now all the English has left my
Yeah.
head.
Damn, English, you're so
Oh, this
hard.
mom.
Out of Us Mom is so crazy. Don't do that thing where you find all my information and then leak it.
Yeah. Don't do that to her.
Yeah. Don't do that to my dog.
She also has a TikTok.
I do.
Watch her rants on her TikTok.
Yeah.
And you can find me at Kalki_Ijamo on Instagram, Kalki EJ on TikTok. More importantly, like, follow, subscribe, comment on Are You New on YouTube, Spotify. You guys, let's get me to 100 followers on YouTube, subscribers on YouTube. Let's do it. I believe in us. Are You New Pod on social media. Thank you so much. Until next time.
And good night.